everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. We're your hosts.
Great to be here.
Today, we're kind of strapping on our virtual hiking boots.
It sounds good. Where are we headed?
We're diving into specifically Sierra Vista and the really stunning Huachuca Mountains.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I've heard a bit about that area. The Sky Islands, right?
Exactly. Our sources gave us this really fantastic look at the region. We're pretty excited to share why it's, well, such a draw for outdoor lovers and anyone looking for natural beauty.
Definitely sounds promising.
And just a quick reminder before we jump in, if you like hearing about these kinds of inspiring places, positive news generally, make sure you subscribe to our weekly newsletter.
Good call. So, Sierra Vista, you mentioned the Sky Islands. What's the deal there?
Well, it's really captivating. The town itself sits at a pretty comfortable 400 to 600 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just immediately hit with these, 360-degree mountain views.
Right. And these Sky Islands, they're basically isolated mountain ranges rising up dramatically from the desert floor.
Yeah, that's it. Creates these really unique habitats, with a surprising mix of plants and animals.
Well, real concentration of biodiversity.
Totally. And what's cool is the contrast our sources highlighted. You've got the San Pedro River,
Okay.
lined with these big, mature cottonwood trees, and the trails there, they're described as gentle, almost level.
Oh, interesting. So you get the mountain views without the immediate, hardcore climb.
Exactly. A relaxing river walk, but still surrounded by those impressive mountain backdrops. It seems like a great way to ease into the landscape.
That does sound appealing.
Yeah.
And wasn't there something about wildflowers, like potentially a really good year?
Oh, yeah. Apparently, because they had a wet winter, there might be a super bloom.
Wow, a super bloom. Imagine that.
It sounds incredible, doesn't it? The sources were listing off colors. You've got the bright yellow of creosote bush, then patches of purple lupine, soft lavender marsh aster, little pops of pink clover,
Nice.
and then these brilliant orange poppies mixed in with wild sunflowers. Just wow.
Yeah, a real visual feast. It really shows off the richness of those Sky Island ecosystems.
So if you're thinking about, actually getting out there hiking,
Right, the practical side.
the sources really emphasize there's a huge range of options.
Makes sense. What kind of range are we talking?
Well, the Huachucas seem to offer everything, from those easy river trails we mentioned,
Uh-huh.
all the way up to some pretty challenging climbs, serious peaks.
Like which ones? Any names jump out?
Yeah, for the highest points, you're looking at Miller Peak, that's 9,466 feet,
Whoa, okay.
and Carr Peak, just a bit lower at 9,220 feet.
Still pretty high up there.
Definitely. And just for comparison, Ramsey Peak and Pat Scott Peak are also mentioned, both around 8,700 feet.
So proper mountains. Good reminder to hiking at that kind of altitude. It's different, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Even if the elevation gain itself isn't massive compared to some ranges, that thinner air, well, it can make it feel much tougher.
Good point. So besides the peaks, what else? Any other kinds of trails?
Well, for something a bit different, there's Brown Canyon Ranch.
Brain Canyon Ranch. What's that?
It's actually within the Coronado National Forest. Offers a look into the area's ranching history. You can check out the old buildings.
Huh. History plus hiking.
Exactly. And then you can head off on some apparently lovely shaded forest trails from there.
That sounds like a nice change of pace. Shaded trails are always welcome in Arizona, I imagine.
You bet. And it seems Miller Canyon and Carr Canyon themselves are sort of key starting points, too.
Right, access points for different hikes.
Yeah. Whether you're aiming high for those summits or maybe you just want some loops at lower elevations, options from both.
Okay, good to know. Any specific trails connecting things?
Yeah, they mentioned the Perimeter Trail, links Carr and Miller Canyons. It's about 3.7 miles, but with a decent elevation change, like 834 feet.
Sounds like a good connector route.
And then there's the Hamburg Trail. You can get to it from Brown Canyon Trail or Ramsey Canyon Preserve.
Ramsey Canyon Preserve. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, we mentioned Ramsey Peak. The preserve itself sounds like a real haven, especially for bird watchers and wildlife fans.
Ah, okay. What kind of wildlife?
Well, they specifically mentioned the chance of spotting Coues deer. Those smaller white-tailed deer.
Oh, right. The gray ghosts? Yeah, cool.
And tons of birds, obviously. Plus, maybe stumbling across some small waterfalls.
Nice. So lots of variety. History, peaks, wildlife.
Seems like it. Oh, and interestingly, there's an event coming up. The 8th Annual Sky Islands Summit Challenge.
Oh, really? When's that?
May 24th, according to the sources.
Okay. So if anyone's feeling adventurous.
Right. You can find out more about that and just generally other outdoor stuff in the area at visitsierravista.com.
Visitsierravista.com. Got it.
So yeah, wrapping it all up, what really comes through is just the sheer variety, and how accessible nature is there in southeastern Arizona.
It really does. It makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
About these incredible natural areas that maybe aren't the first ones that jump to mind.
Exactly. Like maybe we overlook places like this sometimes, these hidden gems.
I think so. We tend to focus on the really famous national parks, maybe. But regions like the Sky Islands offer such a unique mix, different ecosystems packed together.
Yeah, it's a great reminder to dig a little deeper sometimes, appreciate these less shouted about spots.
Precisely. And the fact that Sierra Vista offers everything from, those gentle river walks to proper mountain climbs,
Uh-huh.
it just shows how nature can be enjoyed by pretty much everyone, whatever your fitness level or interest.
Absolutely. Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into Sierra Vista and the Huachuca Mountains.
Hope it gave you a good picture of the place.
We certainly hope it inspired you, maybe to explore some of these amazing, less obvious natural areas out there.
Definitely worth considering.
Thanks so much for tuning in to the Global Heroes podcast.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Remember to follow us on social media, and you can also stream It's a Beautiful World over on Prime Video.
See you next time.